Have you ever been asked to describe yourself in 3 words during a job interview? It sounds easy, right? Well, think again. Studies show that 33% of job candidates fail to answer this simple question effectively, and it can cost them the job. Shocking, right? This question isn't just about listing qualities, it's a strategic move employers use to see if you truly know yourself and whether you can communicate your strengths clearly. In this video, you'll learn exactly how to ace this question and stand out from the competition. I'll show you how to pick the perfect 3 words, avoid common mistakes, and even use this question to boost your career in the long run. By the end, you'll be ready to craft an answer that leaves a lasting impression on your interviewers and helps you land the job. Ready to nail the 3-word challenge? Let's dive in. Chapter 1, The Power of 3. Why this question is a game changer. When you walk into an interview, you're often hit with a barrage of questions. But one stands out: describe yourself in 3 words. It's deceptively simple, but the way you answer can reveal a lot more than you might think. This question isn't just about words, it's about how well you know yourself and your ability to communicate that clearly. Think about it: how often do you get to condense your entire personality into just 3 words? In 2020, a study by Harvard Business Review found that 60% of hiring managers focus on a candidate's communication skills first. This question tests that skill directly. It pushes you to think fast, be concise, and deliver your message without over-explaining. The number 3 is powerful in communication. People can easily remember things in groups of 3. Ever notice how the most famous speeches or product names are in 3s? From life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness to just do it, 3s have a psychological impact. In interviews, it's a chance for you to craft a memorable image of yourself. But beyond the science of 3s, this question is also a test of self-awareness. Employers want to see if you can confidently summarize your strengths. It's not just about the words you choose, it's about showing how well you understand what makes you tick. And the best part? There's no wrong answer, as long as it's genuine. So, why does this question matter so much? It helps employers gauge how you present yourself, and it gives them insight into how you might fit within their team. As author Simon Sinek puts it, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. In this case, the interviewer is buying into why you describe yourself the way you do. Make it count. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're enjoying these tips, hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on more career-boosting content. Chapter 2, Crafting the Perfect Trio. How to choose the right words. Choosing the right 3 words can feel like a pressure-packed decision, but there's a simple strategy to make it easier. First, reflect on the core strengths that make you unique. These could be qualities that align with the job description or something that sets you apart from other candidates. The trick is to think about your top attributes, but keep them genuine and specific. For example, instead of saying hardworking, you could say problem solver, which communicates not just your work ethic but also your ability to overcome challenges. This adds depth to the answer, making it more engaging and meaningful. The key is to avoid being vague. Words like reliable or hardworking are often overused and don't showcase your distinctive value. Here's an interesting fact: Gallup's Strengths Finder reveals that people who focus on their strengths are 6 times more likely to be engaged in their jobs. So, pick words that speak to your personal strengths. If you're good at communicating, try clear communicator or empathetic listener. Another strategy is to align your words with the company culture. Does the company value innovation? Perhaps creative thinker or out of the box would resonate. On the other hand, if the company emphasizes teamwork, words like collaborative or team player could work better. Also, don't forget to bring in soft skills. A study by the World Economic Forum predicts that by 2025, emotional intelligence will be one of the top skills in demand. So, don't be afraid to use words that highlight your emotional intelligence, like adaptable or empathetic. Lastly, remember that the 3 words should complement each other. If you say you're organized, creative, and careful, that's great. But it's even better if the 3 words form a clear, cohesive story about who you are. The goal is to show how your skills and personality traits fit together in a way that's both authentic and professional. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to keep getting expert tips that will help you land your dream job and advance your career. Chapter 3, Avoid the Traps, Common Pitfalls and What Not to Say While Crafting Your Perfect Trio. It's important to avoid common pitfalls that can make your answer sound weak or unmemorable. One trap to watch out for is overused cliches. Words like hardworking, motivated, and passionate are so common that they almost lose meaning. The hiring manager has probably heard these words 100 times before. The risk of overused words is that they don't say much about who you really are. If everyone says they're motivated, how does that set you apart from the competition? Instead of choosing these default answers, try to dig deeper. What makes you truly stand out? Another mistake is being too vague. Words like nice, cool, or easygoing may sound harmless, but they don't tell the interviewer anything substantial about your skills or work ethic. The interview is your chance to shine, so give answers that have depth. For instance, instead of nice, try approachable or relatable, which tell a story about your interpersonal skills. Humility is a virtue, but it's also important not to undersell yourself. Saying things like "I'm just an average worker" or "I'm not the best" can come across as lacking confidence. Confidence doesn't mean bragging, it means understanding your strengths and showing how they can add value. Avoid self-deprecating phrases like "I'm just an average worker" or "I'm not the best." Remember, the interview is about showcasing your unique strengths. Also, don't make the mistake of choosing words that only focus on one aspect of your personality. If you say you're determined, independent, and driven, that might make you seem like a workaholic with little room for collaboration. It's important to strike a balance between different qualities, like creativity and teamwork, or problem solving and empathy. Finally, avoid using words that sound overly technical or jargon heavy, especially if the interview is for a position that isn't too specialized. While data-driven might be a great word for a tech role, it might not resonate in a creative or customer-facing job. Know your audience and tailor your answer to the context. By sidestepping these common pitfalls, you'll be well on your way to crafting an answer that's both memorable and true to who you are. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're finding this helpful, hit that subscribe button and get ready for more great tips to help you succeed in your career. Chapter 4: Master the Art of Context. Adding depth to your 3 words. When you're asked to describe yourself in 3 words, it's easy to feel like you're under a spotlight. But here's the thing, context is everything. Just saying creative, driven, and reliable might sound good at first, but it won't make an impression unless you back it up. You need to show why those words matter and how they connect to your experience. Adding context is your opportunity to stand out. Instead of just listing your qualities, use real-life examples to show how you live those qualities every day. For example, if you say you're innovative, follow up with a quick story about how you found a creative solution to a problem at work. This gives weight to your answer and shows you're not just using empty buzzwords. In fact, studies show that employers love stories. According to Forbes, storytelling in interviews increases the chances of standing out by 45%. So, tell a brief, specific story that proves you're not just creative because you say so, you're creative because you came up with a new process that saved time and money at your last job. When adding context, make sure it aligns with the company's values. If you're interviewing for a company that prides itself on collaboration, saying you're a team player and sharing a story about a successful group project shows that you understand their culture. It also tells them that you'll fit right in with their work environment. Keep in mind that while context is key, brevity matters too. The last thing you want is to start rambling. Try to keep your explanation to a sentence or 2 that connects your 3 words to tangible experiences. That balance of detail and brevity will show you're both reflective and concise. One of the biggest mistakes people make is treating the question like a trick. But Harvard's Center for Public Leadership says that candidates who show emotional intelligence in interviews, by providing context and demonstrating self-awareness, are 6 times more likely to land the job. So, don't just state your strengths, show them in action. If you're enjoying the tips, make sure to subscribe for more career insights that will help you succeed in interviews and beyond. Chapter 5: Be Memorable. How to stand out with your 3 words in a sea of job applicants. How do you make sure your answer to describe yourself in 3 words isn't forgotten by the time the interviewer sits down for the next candidate? The key is to make your answer unforgettable. To do that, you need to show personality, confidence, and a bit of flair. The best way to stand out is to be unique, but don't go overboard. Using unusual words like adventurous, visionary, or trailblazer can be a bold move, but it has to make sense. If you're applying for a corporate finance job and say you're adventurous, it might confuse the interviewer. But if you explain that your adventurous spirit drives you to take on challenges and explore new ways to solve problems, it suddenly becomes memorable for the right reasons. Another way to make your answer stand out is by using humor, when appropriate. A lighthearted comment can make the conversation feel more natural. Just be careful not to go overboard. For instance, saying you're coffee-fueled, problem-solving, and persistent could show you're personable while still conveying important traits. Humor, when done right, shows you're confident and approachable. Be strategic in how you frame your words. A powerful reframe can make all the difference. Instead of saying you're persistent, try saying relentlessly focused. This puts a fresh spin on a common trait, making it sound more energetic and dynamic. When you can take a typical quality and make it sound different, you immediately set yourself apart. A well-crafted answer can be a perfect example of your personal brand. In his book, You Are a Brand, author Tom Peters talks about how every individual has a personal brand that can be shaped through every interaction. Your answer to this question is a chance to define what that brand is. If you can convey qualities that match your personal brand, you'll become unforgettable. Don't forget about your delivery. According to a 2021 study by McKinsey & Company, 70% of communication is nonverbal. This means that how you say your 3 words matters just as much as the words themselves. Be confident, make eye contact, and speak clearly. Make sure to subscribe for more great career tips and tricks that will help you nail your next interview and land the job of your dreams. Chapter 6, Beyond the Interview, How These 3 Words Shape Your Career Path. The interview is not just a one-time event. The answer to describe yourself in 3 words can have a lasting impact on how you view yourself and how others perceive you. These 3 words aren't just for the interviewer, they're a tool for shaping your career trajectory. For one, answering this question forces you to reflect on your values and strengths. When you narrow down your qualities to 3 words, you'll gain more clarity about what you want from a job and your career. As career coach Julie Winkle-Giulioni points out, knowing yourself is the first step to mastering your future. This question is your opportunity to understand what you truly bring to the table. Your 3 words can also serve as a roadmap for your career. The words you choose now will set a precedent for how you approach future challenges, work with others, and even how you seek out professional development. If innovative is one of your words, it should push you to find new, creative solutions in everything you do, from tackling problems at work to approaching new projects. These words can also be a guide for how you measure success. By focusing on 3 traits, you're creating a mental framework that helps you evaluate your performance. If empathetic is one of your chosen words, for example, you might constantly assess how well you're connecting with coworkers and whether you're fostering a supportive, inclusive environment. This reflection is a key part of career growth. Interestingly, using your 3 words can help with self-promotion. In the book Brag, The Art of Tooting Your Own Horn Without Blowing It, author Peggy Klaus highlights the importance of being able to talk about your achievements without sounding arrogant. By using your 3 words to craft your personal narrative, you can learn to advocate for yourself in interviews, performance reviews, or networking situations, all while sounding confident and authentic. Beyond the interview, these words also create a framework for personal growth. When you have 3 words that guide your professional behavior, you'll be able to track your progress over time. If organized is one of your words, you'll be able to take active steps to improve your systems, tools, and workflows. These words help you stay focused on what matters most to you. Ultimately, these 3 words are a tool that can guide you not just through an interview, but throughout your entire career. Use them wisely, and they'll become a foundation for your professional journey, helping you make decisions, set goals, and navigate your way to success. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more career-boosting strategies and tips that will help you excel in every interview and take your professional life to the next level.